Welcome back to Close Up. Usually in these final days before an election, we like to say the voting starts in just 48 hours or something like that. But this time around, due to expanded pandemic absentee provisions, the voting started weeks ago. But there are still crucial tests for this system ahead. Let's bring in Deputy Secretary of State David M. Scanlon once again to get some crucial information out there to the public. Good morning, Deputy Secretary.
Good morning, Adam.
So it's Sunday morning. If I'm still in possession of an absentee ballot right now and I want to cast it, what should I do?
Well, the post office is closed today. Tomorrow is a holiday, so they're going to be closed on Monday as well. The option that a voter has at this point to make sure that their ballot makes it to the clerk and to the polling place so that it gets counted on Tuesday is to either hand deliver the ballot to the city or town clerks who are required to be open tomorrow between the hours of 3 and 5 o'clock, or to take their absentee ballot to the polls and drop it off there before 5 o'clock.
And so my absolute last drop-dead chance to hand in that absentee ballot is essentially close of polls on Tuesday.
Well, it's actually the state law requires that absentee ballots be received by the town clerk by 5 o'clock on the day of the election.
Okay.
Polling places in New Hampshire close usually either at 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, but the absentee ballots have to be received by 5 p.m.
So sometime in the morning would probably be best then. So what are we looking at right now in terms of our track towards the percentage overall that absentee voting will make up in this election, do you think?
Well, as of Friday morning, there were just over 99,000 absentee ballots that were requested. And of those requested, 67,600, and 53 have already been returned. So the number of absentee ballot requests leveled off the last few days leading up to the election. And the number of absentee ballots being returned are climbing as we would expect, and they will continue to be received right up until 5 o'clock on the day of the election. And
usually you guys use those absentee ballots as a barometer for turnout. This year's a little unique, right? Because it's so it's so out of whack. What does it look like we're going to look at for turnout, though, on this primary?
Well, typically Secretary Gardner makes a turnout prediction. He has not done that as of today. He may do it tomorrow. But the number of absentee ballots that have been requested are in the range of, depending on how many turn out, obviously, could be 40%, give or take.
So clerks and moderators will obviously have a lot of extra absentee ballots to work in during the day. How will those be counted? We know that pre-processing is going on right now.
The legislature at the tail end of the session provided an opportunity for moderators to pre-process absentee ballots on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday before the election. That process allows the moderators basically to open the outer envelope, which contains the affidavit envelope, which contains the ballot. The moderators can do everything short of opening up the affidavit envelope, which contains the ballot. That waits until Election Day, Tuesday, but they can organize those ballots. They can make sure that the affidavits have been properly executed. They can highlight the names on the checklist so that they're easy to find on the day of the election. And hopefully by doing that, it can make the process more efficient and help us get to a good, solid, accurate count at the end of the night at a reasonable time.
And for in-person voting, I know we've heard from some clerks who've said people should be aware lines may look a little longer on Tuesday, but that might actually just be due to the social distancing that's in place. So how do you think things are going to go for in-person voting on Tuesday?
We expect that they're going to go very smoothly. Obviously, the more people you have vote by absentee ballot, the fewer voters that you would expect to see show up at the polls on the day of the election. However, we do know that there are a lot of voters that want to exercise their right to vote at the polling place in person. So there will be social distancing that is taking place. There's going to be plenty of PPE being used by poll workers and voters. Lines may look longer because they're going to be spaced out, but in reality, they're probably going to be just as long as what a voter would normally experience on the day of the election. we have to remember on the day of the election that, our polling places are staffed by volunteers. We have concerns that they feel safe. We've provided them with PPE, but we would also ask voters that are going to the polling place to wear masks, just so that everybody is safe and feels safe at the polling place. The important thing this election is that people exercise their constitutional right to vote, and everybody should feel safe participating in that process.
And as we wrap up here, what's your outlook on being able to get election results on election night? I know you said before there might be a slight delay.
Well, we fully expect that the election results are going to be reported on the night of the election. Obviously, this process that we're going through and the volume of absentee ballots that we're going to be dealing with is an unknown for us. But our poll workers are prepared, and we know that they know how to do the job. Many of them have been doing it for years. We have had great communication with local election officials, and our expectation is that the job in New Hampshire is going to get done like it always is.
All right, Deputy Secretary of State David M. Scanlon, thank you for your time, all of the explanation, and good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.